it's been a very long summer, but already people are starting to think about winter and getting water off the land.
Well, absolutely, Rob. You look at today, it's grey around, you're wondering whether in fact summer is over or not, who knows. We may have some particularly dry days yet. Well, we can be hopeful. But somewhere in the next couple of months, people are going to start looking at how do we drain some of these pieces of land. As everything starts to dry off, we start looking at moving into drainage. And we've got some very good product for that. For many years we've had drain away. The last 20 years we've been producing this product over here. And actually in the last year we've put on a lot of money in building new equipment for producing another type of drain away.
So this is all part of your continual R&D work?
Yeah, continual improvement. We've had a very successful product for a long time, and we are now looking toward the development of that particular product range as well.
How does the new one differ from the old?
Well, the difference in this product is the corrugations are further apart. They're much heavier corrugations, and with the new equipment we're able to actually apply the material in the right way to the corrugation. And what that practically means is that it's a much stiffer product for us to put in the ground, which stiffness means that it's going to hold its shape in the ground, and actually it'll take the same sort of loading as the old product. But we've been able to actually get the delivery of the product much more evenly into the walls, which makes it stiffer.
So after 20 years of proven stuff, you've actually developed a new one?
Absolutely. Technology is always changing, and the effect of that is that we need to go with those changes as well. Some of the other things that are also happening is rather than punching the holes in the old drainaway, we're actually now slotting the holes in the drainaway, but we've gone to a very wide slot. So in fact, in terms of area of ingress into the pipeline, it's still very similar to the old product.
Phil, how do you get it into the ground?
Essentially, you look at the landform and you determine where the moisture needs to be. You trench it out, and then you make sure that there's material around the drainage pipe for the water to migrate out of the soil matrix into the pipeline, and then you bury it. And essentially, with a fall of about 1 in 100, 1 in 300, the water will actually pass into the pipeline, down the pipeline, and then into wherever you are discarding that water to, be it canals or be it other ways.
Do you put shingle around it, or how do you stop the soil getting into it?
It depends very much on what the soil conditions are. Where you've got very heavy gravels and stuff like that, maybe you wouldn't need to. In most conditions, yes, you actually have to put some material around it. And what that does is that, this is especially true in clays and heavier soils, where we've got a slow migration of the liquid through that soil matrix into the pipeline. We want to get the best result, so we put essentially pea shingle and stuff around the pipe.
And there are people who calculate how much you need and where to put it, obviously.
Absolutely, yeah, there are professionals who are experienced in doing those designs, and it's very much about looking at the landform. Water will tend to shed from high down to low, and it's a matter of where you intercept that with laterals and where you actually run all of the other lines into that.
So there's many areas in New Zealand, like I guess Northland and Southland and probably the west coast of the South Island, all need this sort of stuff really desperately.
Oh, absolutely. There's certainly a lot of this product that goes into the Southland area for the South Island. The west coast, I think in lots of cases it's so bad that in fact they tend to hump and hollow, simply because of the amount of water that you're dealing with is quite different. Lots of parts of the North Island, the Manawatu for instance, it's quite low lying. You have the Manawatu River weaving its way through to the sea, it's very flat land and it doesn't drain particularly well. So those are areas where they put a lot of drainage product into the ground.
Really, it's compulsory if you've got wet areas, because we need that wet area to be drained for production.
Yeah, absolutely. We're trying to get the most out of productive areas as we are able. If we can manage the water, either putting it on in irrigation, and Canterbury would be an example where we just don't get enough rainfall, and in areas like Southland where they actually get too much rainfall, we can adjust the water levels in the soil and get best growth from it.